Hello and welcome to Collector Creations. In this anatomy of a Blu-ray, we're looking at this really big set for The Raid. I also have the UK. What brand is this? E1 double feature set. So I will be doing. I won't be able to show any of the video, mostly for copyright reasons. But I will do a comparison, at least I'll watch the film, see what my thoughts are, all that'll be down below timestamped, and I will do a comparison to what I think of this. But special features wise, they're pretty similar. So it's obviously the packaging and the video transfer that we're mostly looking for here. So let's take a look. The limited edition comes with this little pamphlet on the back, which is just stuck on with a little spot. It is all regions. Of course, you've got the, I don't know if the Blu-ray itself is all regions, but at least the 4K is, so that's a good thing. Obviously, there is a lot in terms of special features, including the audio commentary and a bunch of original stuff, plus some new stuff, so we'll dive into that. Anything else worth noting? It has 5.1 stereo and Dolby Atmos. It is in Indonesian, of course. 1.78 aspect ratio, 102 minutes long. This is a limited edition version, really nice. Audio commentary with filmmakers, audio commentary with the writer-director, audio commentary with writer-director Gavin Everett. So 2 with the director and 1 with filmmakers Aaron McCann and Dominic Pierce, which is great, which is new because it says so in the second disc, which is the Blu-ray disc. So the second disc is feature using a new 4K master, new audio commentary of those filmmakers I mentioned, new The Raid fight reaction video with stuntman David Che. Then you get the original audio commentary and the other audio commentary with the director plus Joe Taslim, behind the scenes video vlogs, inside the score, in conversation with Gareth Evans and Mike Shinoda, an evening with Gareth Evans, Mike Shinoda and Joe Trapanese, anatomy of a scene with Gareth Evans, Clay Cat's The Raid TV show ad circa 1994, Inside the Raid documentary, Q&A with the director and cast, and Lincoln Film Society Q&A with the director, which, in contrast to the UK version, you get the commentary of the director, video vlogs, fan films, featurettes behind the music, and an evening with Gareth Evans. So those definitely correlate, which I expected. Video blogs, I imagine there's behind the scenes video blogs. Inside the score, which is behind the music. In conversation with is an evening with Gareth Evans is there, but the In Conversation doesn't seem to be on this Blu-ray release. It might still be there. It doesn't say and more, so there might not be more to this release. Now, the set itself is very, very nice. Stands out well on the shelf. Get some nice spot gloss. Really beautiful hardback set. Artwork just permeates on the top and the base, but no extra details or barcodes or anything. It looks great. The back also has windows, of course. All has various amounts of spot gloss. Wow, beautiful. It's a gorgeous set. It's just purely like, this is just Chaos the movie. Love it. I've seen this twice before, so it'll be really interesting to see the original, this new 4K remaster. I avoided getting the US version because Umbrella had announced that they were doing a cut. So then you get some lobby cards, which just, shots from the movie, with the pretext below the raid and the little, character, lot, and a lot, and a lot, and a lot, and a lot. Okay, good. Blank on the back. You have The Raid graphic novel. Blank on the back. Front is the main character, of course, and it does. Hardback, which is really nice. It's a legitimate graphic novel. It is an actual comic book. That is insane, and nicely dramatized in terms of its graphics to emphasize who the characters are and how it's shot and everything. Ooh. So it has The Raid locked up. So yeah, this is, how old is this? May 2019. So this is a pretty brand new Titan Comics edition, which is really nice. Does it say who's it's written by? Script by Ollie Masters and Alex Pac Nadell, and then art by Budi Satawan, and colors by Brad Simpson, and lettering by Jim Campbell. So, very beautiful. Very nice. Behind the scenes, experiences and art, which I imagine is very dramatic. Oh no, dramatic! Anyway, making the raid. So this is does it give me any actual thing? It just says, the making of the raid by David Michael Brown, which seems to be interviews as well as some sketches from as well. I like too how it emphasizes the artwork in the booklet as well. You know, it gives you some extra variation to it. Q&A. Custom art and posters. So it's showing you the different variations of this artwork as well as other variations. I hope I'm showing this off to the best of my ability. Oh my god. But yeah, so this is basically just breaking down, like, you know, what the artwork from the movie was and what inspired the new artwork. Oh, it's done by that guy, the artist who did the Warriors 4K, the Arrow video release, which is nice. I do like that artwork. And of course, the creme de la creme. I mean, I don't know what exactly is the creme de la creme, but here we have, with spot gloss included, this is actually the front. It was just popped up the other way, which is really funny. So it's like, when he gets there, when he leaves. Or does he? Dun dun dun. I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know what happens. There's a Raid 2, remember? So this is what the standard edition would come with, including the 4K, which is beautiful. Quite a hefty 4K. So this is with the Australian region code. Well, I shouldn't say region code, the, classification sticker. It took me too long to find out that that's what it was called. So it comes with a poster. You get your 4K disc and you get your Blu-ray disc, nicely with different artwork on both to emphasize both. What do we have in terms of poster, and do we have reversible artwork? We have the original poster, really nice, and the back is the new artwork, which is also quite nice. Obviously, I would put up that to emphasize, because it's a nice poster. It gives you that kind of, you know, there's so much power against him vibe, and he has to face off against the whole tower, which, I don't know, visual metaphor much? The new artwork is quite nice, but again, it's on the box, so, you know, I don't need to broadcast it anywhere. And, okay, so the alternate artwork just comes without the classification sticker, which obviously I don't want, you know. I like that. It's, interestingly, because of course it is something different, it's not the same artwork that we already have on the rest of the box set, or on the slipcover or anything, but yeah. So let's dive into the video and audio, and I'll see what comparisons I can make from the original, or at least the UK Blu-ray. Okay, so first off, we're going to talk about video and audio. I watched it with Dolby Vision. I had a whole bunch of problems with my TV. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's not allowing me to do filmmaker mode on my LG TV, but I'm still able to access Dolby Vision, whatever. So I used the cinema mode, whatever, the regular one. I even flicked between that and Cinema Home. Either way, it looked great. I was like thinking, you know, I don't really, it looks fantastic, the grain is healthy, everything looks clean and crisp, it doesn't look like it's riddled with DNR or anything, it just looks really goddamn nice, everything looks nicely detailed. I'm thinking, this can't be that much of an improvement over the old Blu-ray. And then I was also listening to the audio, and it's like, I put in my earbuds for Dolby Atmos, because I'm like, look, I'm going to listen to it through the Dolby Atmos. My current setup doesn't actually apply for Dolby Atmos. I can listen to it, but it doesn't have the roof speakers. I kind of really love that I chose that option, because there's a particular scene within I watched the first half an hour of the film, and within that, there's a part where they've fallen through the floor, and there are people above them, and I thought someone in my house was still awake. It's 1 a.m, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, the audio is so goddamn nice with the Dolby Atmos, that it's really immersive. The score is beautifully orchestrated all around. The sound effects, they're not too loud, not too punchy, they're just right. But just those subtle stuff, even when like the guy loses his hearing and it's all like muffled stuff, it sounds wonderful. It is a wonderful, wonderful audio track. Vision wise, because obviously a lot of people in the US would already know this by now because they got the 4K months ago, the transfer completely remastered and approved by Gareth Evans, who's the director of the film. And I had seen some images beforehand, some comparison shots, and it's obviously been a while, so I forgot. So I put it on my UK Blu-ray. I noticed a difference. And I have this thing where I can switch between both Blu-ray players, so I'm not jumping out of discs, but it was immediate. Like, within the opening scene, I was like, you can't see shit. It looks dark, it's really blue, the color grading is so off. And this is one of those films that he didn't want it to have that color grading, so he's stripped the color grading away, put it to its natural essence, and it looks so goddamn rich and organic. But even just the extra textures, maybe yes with the Dolby Vision, especially because it's quite a dark film, so you get some extra punching colors, but especially with the 4K, I'm watching on an OLED, it looks just crisp. My only issue with it is the subtitle change. The subtitles are a lot bigger and very bright. I don't know how to dull subtitles on OLED. I much prefer like yellow subtitles or something. Like white is bright white. It's the brightest light you can get. So that's something I need to fix on my end. But it's no issue against the actual disc. It just looks fantastic. I'm genuinely blown away by how much better, and even sound wise, because that only has the 5.1 mix on the UK version, which the UK version does have both cuts of the film. I don't know what the difference is between the cuts, but it has the uncut version. It's the only version I've seen. But so does the Australian version. It has the uncut version. It looks amazing. The new 4K, it's a beautiful transfer. The Dolby Vision uptick is nice, but it's mostly just the different color grading. Like, I don't even, if it was the same as the Blu-ray, as the old Blu-ray in terms of like the look, then Dolby Vision I'd be able to like, there's an obvious difference. But I could probably watch it without the Dolby Vision. I could watch it with standard HDR grading, but even then I tried turning that off and my TV was still playing up with the filmmaker mode. So either way, from what I could see, it looked fantastic. I even used the other Blu-ray on my other player, my Sony player. Mostly because it wasn't working on my Panasonic for some reason, and that's the one that has all the special features because the 4K disc only has the commentaries. But it worked fine on my Sony player, and it still looked great. So even without the HDR, it still looks really good. Because either way, this is the best version to get. Whether you get the standard Blu-ray or not, it's a complete new 4K restoration. So no matter which version you get, it's completely up to you. I would personally obviously suggest the UHD disc, but of course the set, at least the Australian version, comes with both. So that's an immediate plus. So picture, great. Such an uptick in detail, such a great contrast, especially because this is the way it should have looked the whole time. And audio, that Dolby Atmos is great. And you can still listen to it with 5.1 or a stereo. So I imagine this is a 2.0 stereo. But it's great. So let's jump into special features. It comes with an 11-minute long Stuntman Reacts, which is a stuntman reacting to two of the fight scenes. You get a 25-minute long Lincoln Film Society Q&A, which is basically a premiere screening in the US. Obviously, they all know that the film's going to be great, so it's just the director, two of the main cast members, one of them has to be translated. But it's nice, it's a before and after, like they introduce the film, and then after the film they come back and chat more. So, again, 25 minutes. There's obviously two different commentaries which are from the original Blu-ray release. There is also a thing called an alternate cut. I don't actually think it's much of a difference in runtime, but it is the commentary with the director and with one of the actors. But the thing is, it's the old transfer. So if you really want to compare the old transfer, this Blu-ray disc has the old transfer. Not to mention all the other featurettes that feature anything video-wise, which were made with the old Blu-ray, have the old transfer in it. So it already has that immediate comparison. So that's worth noting, just as it is. So if you want to watch that extra third commentary, you can only watch it as this alternate cut. So I'd say that's a little bit disappointing, but at the same time, I think it's like Evil Dead. It's like specifically for that version. You have Inside the Raid, which is 40 minutes long, basically like a 4x3 video, just behind the scenes, how they did all the stunt work, how they trained for it, like a boot camp. Then you've got a Claymat, which is a 3-minute long claymation of the notable moments in the film, basically a 3-minute recap of the film, but in claymation because it's cute and funny, and I like that it's on the Blu-ray. It's a nice extra little touch. You also have Anatomy of a Scene, which is 2 minutes long, which is just a little commentary track for the director talking about his particular scene. You have an In Conversation with the director, which is 12 minutes and 45 seconds long. And then you have, and that's interviewing, just a guy interviewing the director. And then you have Behind the Music, which is 11 minutes long. Aside from that, most of these are on the old Blu-ray, but I like how they've ported them all over. You get all the new ones, you get all the old ones, you get all the commentaries, you get a brand new 4K, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision. It looks fantastic, it sounds fantastic. This set in particular is remarkable. So I think Umbrella have done a wonderful job, especially contrasting to the Americans release, which was basically just a steelbook. So if you're in Australia and you want an all-region version, this is the best way to go about it. And also comes with a graphic novel and everything. It's such a wonderful set. You've seen it all in the video. So thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Raid, and if you're interested in getting this new 4K, I would highly recommend it. See you next time. Adios.